Welcome everyone. Something else that arrived are some PCI ADAT cards that I ordered from eBay. RME Digi32/8 24-bit PCI digital I/O board, 2 channels SPDIF, 8 channel ADAT optical. And this is the same ADAT optical as the Octane supports. And in an earlier video I showed you I got this nice UltraGain Pro 8 digital AD converter, also in the long term to improve YouTube audio, as we have some long-term goals here on this channel. So I got 2 of those because the seller sold 2, and maybe I will sell one. Maybe selling one of the cards I effectively get the other for free or something like that. I certainly don't need 2. By the way, why is here? Actually they are slightly different. Here is a second oscillator and interesting. Anyway, I will test both and hope they both work, and I will test them in this trusty transmitter efficiency incline that I used for other audio I.O. in the past. Not the most suitable for the task because the code morphing software can sometimes micro-stall a little bit and interpret and recompile the x86 machine code we're running, but at least it's fanless. Yeah, one needs to be a little bit careful with the plastic noses there. Actually, probably will be hard to find another PCI expansion case for this. This is actually another nice audio card, M-Audio Delta 1010, that actually is higher quality, like 96 kHz. However, the I/O board does not have microphone preamps. This is, by the way, a speaker. I will not reconnect it again because it's super loud. It's totally annoying if it beeps. So let's test here one PCI card first. So this ADAT are more flexible. Not only does this UltraGain have microphone preamps, which the M-Audio Delta 1010 does not have, I can share it with Octane and also do it for reverse engineering and such, and certainly uses stereo SPDIF Cork stuff with my self-built audio card as well for premium music listening stuff. So can we run it like this? I guess we could probably run it like this, huh? So in general I don't like this wall wart power plugs, but for this trusty transmitter efficiency incline we make an exception for liking that one. No keyword input here. So far so good. We got some RME Digi32/8 multimedia controller there, but no, it may be that here's some maybe some system detail here is not 100%ly awesome. Yeah, okay, we got something. So we got input optical corks. Maybe this means we cannot use both together. Does not have any capture controls. Actually we have in proc A sound card 0 multiple capture and playback devices. So it actually looks like you can use the optical and coaxial inputs simultaneously to capture and playback both. Okay, I guess we should hook something up and see if it really works. Next day, more luck. So this RME did not really work on Linux on this transmitter efficiency incline thing here. It wouldn't play anything, it wouldn't record anything. And then I thought, okay, maybe this is some code morphing bug regards to interrupt handling or writes to I/O space or whatsoever, and I went as far and took a vintage stuff out here from the shelves with my trusty 386 installation of Linux, and unfortunately this showed exactly the same symptoms. I didn't film it because nothing really works there either, was not really much to film. And then I wanted to know, as I auctioned 2 of those cards, of course I was getting a little bit nervous that I auctioned there some broken stuff from some music studio, you never know. So I plugged in the Windows XP installation from the Naturally Speaking test the other month, installed this driver, opened foobar 2000, and actually it's playing for this test I'm having here right now. So the Ultra Gain thing, Ultra Gain Pro, is currently off, and I'm simply routing this regular 2-channel optical SPDIF here to this mini displayer. Where unfortunately the display is fading as it's an OLED display. So we have signal, and next I want to check 2 things. So first, it's of course a pity that I auctioned myself maybe the only card that doesn't work. 20 years ago when we did some semi-professional recordings, this RME Hammerfall was always the most regarded. And I was curious, I thought it's total pro, solid audio gear. It's of course highly disappointing that the ALSA driver doesn't work at all for me. So 2 things. Right now it is saying, switch on here the Ultra Gain thing, right now it's showing stereo no lock. Okay, so this indeed works, because this also didn't work on Linux. It never got locked. I really thought this long consumer grade cable distorts the ADAT optical signal too much. However, this very cable worked with the Octane. So as far as I see, the Linux driver is totally buggy. Maybe some regression and nobody tested it in 15 years. This is of course really sad. So we have here input optical, here ADAT locked. So this apparently worked. Let's switch it off. Yeah, immediately changes the status. So instead of having a reference card for my Octane reverse engineering for ALSA on Linux, I now have a second card that I can debug and get working and fix regressions or whatever was not working there. This is of course, instead of helping my work, I found myself even more work. So that's why you should not forget to share, like and subscribe and donate on Patreon, and you see every second thing I touch and unpack doesn't work and shows regression. One other thing I wanted to test then, just for the fun of it, is the Corks input. Let me unpack my own audio board and plug this in. So Corks in here. No, I don't know which one is in and out. Okay, we will notice in a second. Then I always plug. Yes, works. I still like the sound of this DIY board. Interesting. There is some digital noise on the signal though. Wonder where that is coming from. Never had this with this board here. So then I'm curious if we have the same digital noise on the optical Toslink. Toslink out is here. And then I need to plug out my Corks cable here. My optical extension board in there. Then receiver is that one, RX 173 or so, 76. And let's see what we get. No, there actually is. There is digital noise on this. This is of course funny. You buy a professional studio gear stuff thing, also okay, used from eBay. But then you have the digital strange noise stuff on the signal. But okay, it was made for ADAT. Maybe there is some software bug with down conversion to consumer SPDIF or something. Just to fully document that I don't make this up, that my own board works, let's plug this over to Corks out, Corks in. And then we can use optical out. Optical out. And see if we can get So now we get there on the optical. Maybe my input is a little bit sensitive there, sometimes doesn't have lock here on this cox input. Yeah, no lock, but you see as soon as my own card here loses the lock on the cox input, the optical output obviously is then also not locked and valid anymore, and as soon as this is going out we lose the lock there in the status display. So stereo lock, optical, and no lock. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm really disappointed in this card. I really hoped I have here a smooth reference card for Linux, and all I got is a card that has digital noise on Windows and is not working on Linux. But this is why I was recommended to overspend on vintage hardware on eBay. Not only is it vintage, it's also sometimes overpriced if people crazily bid on abandoned 486 and 386 stuff and such. So stay tuned for the next videos to come. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And yeah, if you want to support my Linux testing and potentially hunting regressions and writing drivers, you can also become a Patreon and support this rather time-consuming affair. And till then, stay tuned, and I hope to see you soon.